feel like one of those men who poses with fish they catch. Hello, I'm Jacinta from Past That Plant. Today we are repotting one of my favourite houseplants and I'm a little bit nervous about it. Today I'm going to be repotting the Begonia Maculata. I haven't repotted her before and I'm not sure how it's going to go. I'm not usually nervous to repot a houseplant, but this one I stupidly potted directly into this ceramic planter. There's no nursery pot, which means that she may be a little bit tricky to get out. I don't want to break the plant, I don't want to break the pot, so let's see how we go. So believe it or not, this begonia is made entirely out of cuttings, which I rooted in water, and then I planted them all together last April. It is now October, and this is how much it's grown. I will put some clips in from when I first planted them. Now the scary bit, let's see if we can get this plant out. So I am going to leave all the stakes in and all the separate sections tied to the stakes just to try and contain it a little bit. And I'm just going to go in with a small trowel to try and loosen it. I was tossing up whether to do this wet or dry. We're going to start with dry, and if that isn't working, I will soak the soil, and if that doesn't work, we may have to break the pot, which I don't want to do. So let's see. Coming. Hooray. Well, it wasn't too bad. So we got her out. We did lose a few little leaves from the base, but honestly, that's fine. So you can see there is the mesh round, which I always put in the bottom of my plants. I thought there was a few in there. But you can see it just pulled off the roots easily. Begonias have a very thin root systems. So I am going to add some fresh rounds to the base of my new nursery pot or grower's pot. So you can see it's quite big, so I'll just put a few in the base, so the potting mix doesn't fall straight out the bottom, and so when I bottom water, it also doesn't just flush through. So I'm using a general indoor potting mix, which I find works well for begonias. I'm going to add 2/3 of the way with potting medium, leaving a well in the center. I'm going to add in my begonia and then fill the soil around. Now the slightly tricky part of putting it in there and trying to hold it all up. I might put the stakes back in just so I don't have to keep holding this one. Getting very hot. I'm probably getting flushed. You can probably see me going red. It's alright. Real life, remember? See, this one's also missing its cane. So just flexible bamboo stakes, get them anywhere. Okay, she's setting up a little better now. Obviously the soil hasn't been packed that much, so let's keep adding to it. Now I've got my hands free. hang a few more bits up so they're out of the way. Now I'm just going to fill all the way around with potting mix. Who else hates the heat? It's spring here, but it's going to be 30 degrees tomorrow, Celsius obviously, Australia. You don't have to stake your cane begonias. They do stand up on their own, but they may splay out as they grow. And also, I'll insert a clip from a previous video, but I have this plant sitting right in my window, which I frequently open, and it gets very, very windy and blustery here, so she would absolutely be getting whiplash. Okay, I fussed around with it a bit more, and I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. Obviously there's more bits I could pin back, but I'm not going to right now. So I'm going to pop it into its planter and then give it a good water and a mist, because I love to mist my begonias. Only a little bit of water running through it, so I might add some more so it's really hydrated after its ordeal. I also need some hydration. So this is what she's looking like now. Still stunning. I'm not sure if I love this pot plant combo, but because it's in a nursery pot now, I can easily swap out the planter without all that extra stress. I do have a few dedicated care videos on the Begonia Maculata, but in short, I give her a water weekly and I top and bottom water this one. I fertilize monthly with an NPK mix. I mist it especially in summer, which helps get those crispy tips. It sits in a very sunny window. It gets the morning sunlight. It is a north facing window and I'm in Australia, so the bright morning sunlight, not afternoon. I think that would scorch the leaves, and that gives you the gorgeous vibrant red. You can see the ones that lower down are more pale and they're the ones that don't get as much sunlight, so where these get a lot and they're stunning. So yeah, bright light, high water, high humidity. It's very easy to propagate. You can propagate in a potting mix or in water. I do have lots of previous clips which I will add in so you can see how easy it is to propagate them. Again, this whole gorgeous plant is from Propagation, so don't worry if yours is looking a little sad or if you lose some leaves in a repot or just life, because it's easy to propagate and can grow into this. Okay, I need to let some air in because I'm so rosy. Let me know if the parrots were annoying and any other comments or feedback that you have. Bye.